Let me talk a bit about Doctor Who, namely the 2024 Christmas special. The newest Doctor Who has been a polarizing figure. I say polarizing rather than negatively received because I think the haters are much more vocal than the supporters, and the indifferent never talk much anyway. It might not be the actor himself so much as the writing, but people tend to dogpile on whoever is driving the TARDIS as much as they do on the showrunner. Ncuti Gatwa, and I had to check the pronunciation of that because I always want to say his first name the way it looks on screen. Cutie. But it's Ncuti. Anyway, Gatwa is certainly a talented actor, and he brings a lot of energy to the role. He has a very musical background, so the writers are definitely taking advantage of that, and some viewers don't like it. Internationally, Doctor Who is streaming on Disney Plus, which is how I watch it in Japan. I sometimes wonder how much influence Disney has on the showrunner, Russell T Davies. Gatwa's first season had a couple of episodes that seemed geared towards a younger demographic, shall we say. In a lot of episodes, it felt like this doctor was new to the job, not as impressive or effective at solving mysteries and problems. In continuity, it could be explained by him being the product of a double regeneration, almost like a fresh new doctor that budded off from the previous one. It is clear that he has all of the memories of his earlier incarnations, so perhaps he is not a true regeneration, but more like a clone of some sort who has access to all of the memories of his previous versions, but no real emotional connection to those memories and no real experience that he's drawing from. Kind of like someone who can instantly pull things up on a Doctor Wiki. Out of continuity, I think it is an attempt to make the Doctor easier to understand to new viewers or younger viewers reached through exposure on Disney+. They don't have years or decades of time invested in learning Doctor lore. That makes sense to me, but it can be frustrating to longtime viewers. Anyway, I want to talk about the 2024 Christmas special. Basically, I liked the first third on first viewing. I loved the middle third, and I was really let down by the final third. Let me explain. The first third. The Doctor is in a time hotel. Each door opens to a different time, allowing guests to holiday when they like. The Doctor spots a man in the lobby holding a briefcase chained to his wrist. The Doctor uses telepathic paper to enlist a hotel worker, Trev, to keep an eye on this individual so he can look into things. It turns out that the briefcase is searching for someone more powerful in some way, and it tricks people into carrying it, who it then controls, like puppets. The previous carrier disintegrates. Trev, unluckily, is chosen to be the next carrier, and then the hotel manager. Trev is dusted. Oops. The hotel manager then winds up in the room of a human woman named Joy, and the Doctor walks in soon after. The briefcase clamps down on Joy's wrist, and the manager is dusted, greatly upsetting the Doctor. The Doctor is able to open the briefcase, revealing a shiny ball, while Joy rambles on about a star seed. The briefcase warns that it must be closed within 20 seconds, or the current carrier will be dusted. And then, once it's closed, it states that a code number must be entered within 15 seconds, or the same result will happen. The carrier will be dusted. That is a double ticking clock, one after the other. Did we need both? There is no time for the Doctor to figure out the code. But luckily, a future version of the Doctor pops in from 1 year later and tells him the code, 7214. Present Doctor enters the code and Joy is safe. Future Doctor takes Joy away and tells present Doctor, who is the one we are following in this special, to wait and go through the full year to get the code so then he can become the future version and save the day. That is the first third. Nice mysteries set up. The present doctor has a year to find the code. The future doctor is going somewhere with Joy. I liked it when I first saw it, but some quibbles. Trev, tricked into helping the doctor, died. The doctor shed tears for the hotel manager, but is oblivious to the fact that his trickery killed Trev. My friend described Shudi's doctor as the one who cries while everyone dies. In his first season, that happened a lot, to the point that my friend said, "He never saves anyone!" Well, lots of crying in this special, and a fair share of dying. Why the double ticking clock? One would have been enough. Just 15 seconds or the carrier is disintegrated. Enter the code. But they had a double. No reason for that. My biggest quibble is what happens as the future doctor is leaving with Joy. The present doctor has a total meltdown and throws a massive tantrum. "This is why nobody likes you. This is why everyone leaves you. This is why you're always alone. You are so alone that you live in a spaceship that doesn't have chairs." We have seen the doctor go through loneliness before. He has isolated himself away from contact due to depression after a companion left him. This has happened over and over and over and over. He's learned from these experiences and come to terms with this part of his existence. He doesn't need himself to explain this to himself. It made no sense to me, unless it was for newer viewers, unfamiliar with his previous incarnations. Again, longtime followers of the Doctor might be frustrated with some aspects of how this newest version's story is unfolding. Again, I want to explain it as this Doctor having a database of knowledge to draw from, but is living these truths for the first time. So I guess I can go with that. Anyway, the future Doctor took joy away, literally. The middle third. The Doctor stays in the hotel room, which is actually a hotel in London, for a year, waiting for the time to return and present the code that will save Joy. He meets Anita Ben, a woman who works there, and books the room for a year. Since he has no money and his TARDIS is back in the Time Hotel, he pays for his stay by helping around. He grows slowly closer to Anita, sharing a lot of things about himself. He sits for long periods in the chair in his room, back to the no chair thing he ranted about before, and invites Anita to sit with him. This is the best part of the special, and viewers have commented that they adored the character of Anita and the Doctor's interaction with her. Our newest Doctor learns patience and calmness and being in the moment. But sadly, when his year is up, he finds the door he needs and returns to the Time Hotel to save the day. His goodbye scene with Anita is very touching. Present Doctor is now future Doctor, and he tells the now past Doctor the code, 7214, and takes Joy away, listening to his past self rant through the door. He knows what is waiting in store, as he has already lived it. Now, before the third part, some more quibbles. 1. We never saw the Doctor figure out the code, and he never made any effort to do so. Yet he knew it was 7214 because that was the code he had told himself. Laughing it away as a possible bootstrap paradox? Lazy, unsatisfying, Moffat junk. At least let it be some number he saw in the hotel during his 1-year stay, like a serial number or a license plate or something. Utter garbage. Unless that number will be recurring throughout the upcoming season and have some significance we don't know now, there was no reason to do it the way they did it. 2. The Doctor has spent long periods of time stuck in one place before. Staying 1 year in a hotel, it's peanuts. The third Doctor was exiled to Earth for years. Matt Smith's Doctor protected a world for centuries. Again, if this newest Doctor has access to memories and knowledge from previous Doctors, but no emotional connections to any of it, like he's flipping through a Doctorpedia. This would be his first time sitting still for so long, just as it would have been his first time losing a companion last season. I can buy that as an explanation, but again, I think it is all in service of getting new or younger viewers up to speed with the concept of the Doctor. Anyway, the third part can be summed up pretty quickly. The briefcase contains a literal star seed, which will blossom into a new star after a very long time. The Time Hotel will allow the carrier of the briefcase to go back as far as required, so that the star will be ready when the customer needs it. It winds up inside a dinosaur, far into the past, and is about to bloom in the present. The Doctor is ineffectual. Joy carries the briefcase up to the sky. The star blooms and merges with her, and she is the star of Christmas that guided the 3 wise men to the baby Jesus! Woo! Joy has resolved her personal issues, and yay! Merry Christmas, everybody! So, the weapons company that manufactured the star actually made something that turned out to be benign. The briefcase did turn a lot of people into dust, though. Why, exactly? Why was that feature necessary? Who was the star being made for? Was it something about Joy herself that allowed the merging to happen? Or was the star designed to merge with its final carrier and go up into the sky all along? Typical Moffat crap. Rushing the third act to an unsatisfying conclusion with the sense that something deep happened when nothing deep happened at all. Joy saved the day, I guess. The Doctor did nothing, I guess. He cried and people died, as is his norm. An interesting opening third, a touching if a little squished second third, and a rushed, stupid, unsatisfying final third. When I was in the band in high school, I learned that if you make a mistake during a song, you should just keep playing. But the final note should ring out proud and true and clear. The audience will forget all of the errors you made along the way if you nail the last note. The ending of this special fell flat. I wanted to rip my ears off. That is what I walked away with. If this new Doctor is somehow actually new, meaning he's experiencing things for the first time and being emotionally overwhelmed by it all, while still having access to what his previous selves knew, I would like it to be addressed and confirmed in the show. It might make long-time viewers more accepting. If he is too optimistic and makes mistakes, and people die on his watch and he is powerless to save them, address that. For now, Doctor Who is about him crying and people dying, and he doesn't seem to come away with any clear victories, barring the end of season 1 when he saved all life in the universe. Overcompensating, Davies? Overcompensating? If you watched it, what did you think? How do you feel about this new version of the Doctor? Please leave a comment and share your thoughts. And do you buy my idea that this Doctor is not a proper regeneration and, while having access to the memories and knowledge of previous Doctors, is living all of this for the first time? Let me know. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching. See you next time.